Okay, so today what we're going to do is go from writing a LabVIEW program to actually getting it onto our robot, which we can see here. I've got my sample robot on the screen. So if you recall from a previous video, we had written a program to allow our robot to drive straight, controlling motors on ports A and C, driving at a power level of -50, and moving for 2 seconds. We also previously changed it when we were in our LabVIEW program here to target the NXT EV3, and you can see now that option has changed back to computer since we are already targeting our NXT EV3. We can note this by looking in the bottom left-hand corner, and we can see that the brick that I have, which is named carbs, and we can see that it's named carbs here on the screen, and it's attached via USB. But we can also check to see what our other options are by simply right-clicking here. The main application instance is your computer, but you can also seek out other NXTs or EV3s that you may have connected either via USB or Bluetooth. Okay. Now before we actually send this program over to our brick, we want to make sure that our brick is prepared to receive a LabVIEW program. The brick is designed, both the EV3 and NXT, to have a variety of different programming languages controlling the actions of your LEGO robot. To check to make sure that our brick is currently set up to receive a LabVIEW program, we just want to go up to Tools, go down to your NXT EV3 terminal. All right, when you open this up, it should automatically detect if you have something connected via USB, but you can of course select and using the drop-down menu to select what your device is. Here's where you have that opportunity to rename your brick if you do want to change the name. We also get some other information about how it's connected, how much storage is currently available, what the battery life is, which you can also see on the top of the screen itself, and then what your firmware version is. And we can see right now that we are currently using 1.31. Now, for the sake of this video, we're going to pretend like it has the wrong firmware and that we need to upload new firmware. And so we're just going to simply click the Update Firmware option. Now, when we come to this, we can see what we're about to upload, and this is the version that is supplied through LabVIEW 2014. And we just want to click our Update button and let it go. And this should take a number of seconds. Right now you can see that it's in progress and it's preparing the NXT EV3. We know that it's starting to go in action because the screen itself will go blank. You should also, and you're going to hear a very faint clicking noise, and we'll see if you can catch it on my microphone here. You should start to hear a clicking noise, which means that it is starting to be prepared. Okay. So when it's clicking, it's still in that preparation mode. We know that it's getting to the downloading stage when we will see on the actual screen for the NXT, we should see that LEGO logo appear, and then it will jump back into Mindstorms and show us that main menu, which will allow us to access various different programs and data that we have on our screen. So there we've got our LEGO. We hear the LEGO brick start up again, and we now see that we have successfully downloaded our firmware. And now we know that it's prepared to accept programs that have been written in LabVIEW 2014. So I can just simply close this now. We can close our NXT terminal. And now we are ready to go in terms of uploading a program. Now to upload your program, you have these two options here at the top. And we can either select Run, which will automatically send the program over and immediately run the program, which I wouldn't recommend, especially if you still have it attached via USB. The second option, which I do recommend, is the Deploy button, which I'm about to click here. And what you're going to see is that it's going to send the program over, and we can see that it's there on the screen. And then we can actually run the program once we are detached from our USB. So I'm going to click that Deploy. You should see something pop on the screen, and you probably heard that beep. And now we can go over to our brick, and if I select My Files, with the orange button here, Software Files, I should see my program, and we can see Untitled 4, which is the name of the program that we have written here. So now our brick is prepared, our robot is prepared to run this program, and so let's test it out. So we've got, I'm going to detach it here from the USB, and I'm going to set ourselves up here so we can actually run this on my desk for 2 seconds. See if we program this correctly. All right. Now I want to make sure while I'm running this that I do have my robot going in the correct direction. Right? And so one thing you can note from the design of my robot is that you can tell from the motor itself that they're actually upside down. That's why I had them at a value of -50 instead of 50. And now if I just select that untitled for program, we should see my robot drive forward for 2 seconds. All right. And so we have successfully written a program that allows my robot to drive straight for 2 seconds.